Okay, this is some more explanation about the UA. Suppose this is the Google server and this is my PC, and inside my PC I have a browser and also Anki. When we search for a pronunciation in our browser, a request is sent to Google, and Google responds back. Actually, a part of this response is the HTML that we see in our browser. But in this request added what we want from the server, there are other fields and they are called headers, and UA actually is inside this header. We can say that the browser introduces itself to the server at the same time that it requests the information from the server. The procedure for Anki is exactly the same. There is the same request and response. In Anki, at first I was sending no header, and everything was okay for the first few responses. That is, if we call it response B and response A for the browser and Anki, the responses were the same, but after the first few requests they started to be different. My understanding is that Google detected that such no header requests are coming from a specific IP, and so the response changed. And we can say this is a defensive step to protect the server from a flood of automated requests. And then I added UA to Anki requests, and so far things have been okay. In fact, now Anki is behaving more like or trying to imitate a normal browser behavior. Okay, suppose that my PC has one IP and we call it IP1, and there are other users. Another user, for example, consider he or she has IP2, and they are using the same add-on, the Anki add-on. And they are sending a request to the Google server, and they should have a UA. And it is better that their UA is representing their own browser. If we call my UA UA1, it's better that they are using UA2 and these UAs are different. Because in fact we are all accessing a small part of the Google server, and that is where the pronunciation files are stored, and different combinations of IP and UA are closer to the real picture and are more difficult to be traced. And after all, there is no reason to worry about your privacy, because Anki is yet sending less header information than a normal browsing session does. Also, as I already said, this user agent only contains information about the version of your browser and your operating system. So when we search here, we can get more information about it. Okay, if we go to this website, what is mybrowser.com, then if we click on this and we say parse this user agent, okay, you can see it is just showing Firefox 9T on Windows 10, and most probably I'm sharing this user agent with many other users that are using the same browser and operating system if they are updated.